Hey Grownups, I have something exciting to share with you. There's a brand new kids podcast out now that I think you're going to love. It's called Mysteries About True Histories. This show is perfect if you love adventures, solving riddles, and maybe even some wacky math problems. But I need a little help from some new friends to tell you more. Max and Molly, take it away.
From the creators of Who Smarted, Starglow Media, comes a brand new podcast called Mysteries About True Histories.
Does that sound serious enough?
Max, we only have 30 seconds for this promo. Just tell them how your mysterious aunt recruited us into a secret order of problem solvers who travel time and have epic adventures.
I don't have to. You just did.
Catch new episodes of Mysteries About True Histories every Thursday on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hey Tailblazers, I'm Rebecca Cunningham, and this is Girl Tales, a kids podcast of feminist stories for a new generation. Before we get started, I'd like to wish a happy birthday to Ruby in San Francisco, Amia Jade, and Janie Jordan in Washington, D.C. And I'd like to send some very special shout-outs to Haley and Arabella Peters. Arabella, Haley, Ruby, Amia, Janie, thank you all so much for listening to Girl Tales. Grownups, if you would like to hear your child's name at the top of our next tale, head to patreon.com/girltales and donate today. Now on to our episode. This is The Red Hood by Amina Henry. Enjoy!
Patty, take that shoelace out of your mouth. I'm not going to tell you again.
Okay, Ma. Ma, what's it like being a wizard?
Well, it feels good to help people.
Should I be a wizard or a police officer? Should I be the president of a whole country? Who helps people the most?
All of those jobs are supposed to help people, honey. I hope you get to be whatever you want to be when you grow up. You and your sister. Cicely, I've got to go to work. Come on out of your room. I want you and your brother to head over to your grandma's now.
Do we have to go, Ma? I'd rather stay here.
Honey, you know I've got the night shift. Why don't you want to go stay with your grandma?
YouTube is here and Netflix. Grandma doesn't let us watch YouTube or Netflix.
Come on, you love your grandma and you're going over there tonight. You know I don't like the idea of you two being alone here in the apartment, especially with all those ghosts breaking into people's houses.
But Ma, I can handle a little ghost. I'm 11.
And your brother Patrick is 7. Patty, take that sock out of your mouth. I believe I know how old my children are. Both of you put on a sweater and get going. Don't forget your cell phone, Cicely. Your grandma expects you there in 10 minutes. That's probably your grandma right now.
Hi, Grandma.
Cicely, it's your grandma.
I know. Patty and I are on our way over to you.
Cicely, are you and Patty on your way over to me? I've got the Uno deck out.
Yes, Grandma.
Hurry on over. I'm ready to play cards.
Grandma always wants to play Uno.
What's wrong with Uno?
Nothing, just...
I love playing Uno with Grandma.
I just don't feel like going.
Come on, Cicely. I need you to be my little helper. Put on your sweater and walk your brother over to your grandma's. Being a wizard and making people well with spells is my job. Looking after your brother and spending time with your grandma is your job today.
Okay. Come on, Patty, let's go.
Wait, I'm bringing my water gun.
What for?
Protection.
Oh, you're so stupid.
I heard that, Cicely. How dare you call your brother stupid? He's the only brother you've got, and you need to love him better than that. You need to love your grandma better, too, come to think of it. Loving your family is your job. I'll come and get you from Grandma's when I've finished my shift. Patty, I told you to put on a sweater. Here, put on this red hoodie. It's chilly outside. Put the hood on, Patty. I don't want your head to be cold. And remember, it's dangerous out there. As a matter of fact, I heard there were goblins out in these streets today, and wolves and all kinds of scary creatures. Go straight there. No daydreaming, no talking with anyone. Keep your hands out of your pockets and remember, if a police officer stops you, you say, "Yes, sir," or "Yes, ma'am."
Why would a police officer stop us?
What do you say if you get stopped, Cicely?
Yes, sir, or yes, ma'am.
That's right. You look out for your brother. And you, Patty, don't you dare squirt that water gun at anyone. Take your fingers out of your mouth. Cicely, give me a kiss. And you too, Patty. Give your mother a kiss before you head out into the big bad world.
We're going to Grandma's. We're going to Grandma's to play Uno. To play Uno.
Be quiet, Patty.
But
Why do you have to be so annoying? Please, just hush.
you're supposed to be nice to me. Ma said so.
Ugh, whatever. Family is so annoying. Like, you're such a goblin. And I don't even want to go to Grandma's. It's so boring there.
Maybe she made apple pie. Or gingerbread. I love it when Grandma makes gingerbread.
Don't point that water gun at anyone, Patty. Come on.
How many minutes until we get to Grandma's?
Not that many.
Hey, Cicely, what's your favorite thing? My favorite thing is squishy, squashy mud between my toes.
You're so weird. When did you get mud in your toes?
Oh, that one time we went to the beach and it rained. There was so much squishy, squashy mud. Come on, tell me. What's your favorite thing?
I don't know. Maybe Zendaya. And TikTok. And graham crackers with strawberry jam.
Oh yeah, graham crackers are good.
Well, I don't mind mud either.
Squishy, squashy mud! Like here in the puddle.
Patty, don't! Look at you. You're all covered in mud. You really look like a little goblin now. Grandma's gonna send you straight to the bath.
Oh, hey, Cicely. What's up, girl? Hey, Mud Pie.
Hey, Diamond. I'm just walking over to my grandma's place. It's so annoying.
Really? I love my grandma to pieces. I'm going to the coffee place to get one of those frozen coffee drink thingies with whipped cream. Even though I'm not supposed to, because my mother says all the sugar is bad for my skin and makes me too hyper. But my daddy says I can have one if I pick him up a coffee too. Wanna come?
I can't. I've got the goblin with me, as you can see. He's so annoying.
Are you annoying, you little mud pie?
No, I'm not.
Mud pie?
No, stop squirting us with your water gun, you little creature!
Brothers are like so basic, you know? I was just telling my mother the other day that I'm glad I'm an only child because it's nice to get all of the attention. But then my daddy said it might be nice to have a boy around to play basketball with, and I was like, I hate basketball. And he was like, yeah, I know, Diamond.
Right. I mean, yes, brothers are basic.
What's basic? Is that like weird?
Patty, be quiet while we're talking. And take that string out of your mouth. Where did you get that string?
It was in my pocket.
Hey, Cicely, did you see that new TikTok video? The one with the horse?
No, I haven't seen it.
So there's like this horse, right? And it's like so boring. It's just standing in a field eating grass. I mean, I know some people love horses, but I just find horses really boring and smelly. But then suddenly, you realize it's not a horse. It's a unicorn. And it's not boring watching a unicorn eat grass. It's actually really cool and magical. I watched that unicorn eat grass for like 2 hours yesterday.
2 hours? What was it doing?
We're going to Grandma's. We're going to...
Hey there, partner. I'm Chuckles, just your local apothecary. I make potions and sell potions. You want a potion?
No, I don't want any potions.
You sure? I got something that'll make you laugh all day long. What's your name?
Patrick, but everybody calls me Patty.
Cool, Patty. Want to do me a favor?
What kind of favor?
It's just a little favor. I just need you to take this little package from here to there. It's got a cure for sadness in it. Give it to that guy with the mustache. Then he'll give you some coins, and you'll bring those coins from there to here. Then I'll give you a potion that'll make you laugh all day. Got it?
Come on, Patty, we have to go. I'll see you later, Diamond. Patty, you're not supposed to talk to strangers like that.
But she was asking me a question. She was asking me to do her a favor. It's nice to do favors.
Stop yelling at me. Mother says we're not supposed to talk to any of the apothecaries around here. All of their potions are bad. I heard about a boy who took a potion from an apothecary and slept for 4 days. Come on, I want to stop in the store for a candy bar before we get to Grandma's.
But we're supposed to go straight to Grandma's. We're supposed to be at Grandma's now.
I said stop yelling at me. It'll just take a second. Grandma never has candy bars, and I really want a candy bar.
Oh, look! Flowers! They look so nice, I just want to chew them. What kind of flowers are those?
I don't know. I think they're daffodils.
They're pretty, and Grandma likes flowers. I'm gonna make Grandma a daffodil bouquet!
No, leave those flowers alone, Patty. And take that flower petal out of your mouth. Give it to me.
Why?
Because not all flowers are free. Sometimes you have to pay for them, and I only have a few dollars.
But it's nature. Why do we have to pay for nature?
I don't know. Most things aren't free. I mean, we have to pay for food and water and a place to live too. That's why Ma has to work so hard as a wizard at night and why we have to go to Grandma's all the time.
Oh, pretty colors should be free. And water too.
You're right. Nature should be free, but it's not.
Are you gonna be a wizard when you grow up? Maybe you can cast spells that give people food and water and colors and everything for free.
I don't know. I might be a mermaid if Mother will let me. I've been practicing my swimming.
I'm gonna be a werewolf. Ow!
Mother would never let you be a werewolf. Anyway, I think you could be a good fairy if you learn how to fly and practice really hard.
You think so? If I was a fairy, I'd fly around with flowers to give to everyone. Free flowers!
That's nice. Hey, why don't you count the flowers while I run into the store?
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Keep counting.
6, 7.
Hi, Miss Wood.
It's Sister Cicely. How are you today, little sister?
Fine, I'm just on my way to Grandma's. Patty, too. He's outside looking at the flowers.
You don't seem too happy about going to your grandma's.
It's just that I never get to do what I want to do when I'm at Grandma's.
Well, what do you want to do?
Watch YouTube, go on TikTok. Grandma always just wants to play Uno.
Uno is an amazing card game. What's wrong with Uno? And what's wrong with playing a game with your grandma who loves you? Family is more important than YouTube, little sister. It's more important than TikTok, too.
I guess. It's just that family can be so annoying. Like Patty. He's such a little goblin. He's always taking things and putting them in his mouth. Last week, he chewed on my shoe, and now there are bite marks on it.
Well, I don't know much about goblins, but I know about little boys, and I suspect that one day he'll stop putting things like shoes in his mouth.
Can I have this chocolate bar? Oh, and I'll take this orange, too, for my grandma. Grandma loves oranges. She says they taste like sunshine.
I agree with your grandma. They do. Sunshine and stars. You be careful out there in the big bad world. Head straight to your grandma's, and if an ogre or a werewolf or anybody bothers you, you call out to a policeman.
Yes, Miss Wood. Okay, Patty, how many flowers are there? Patty? Patty, where are you? Miss Wood, did you see where Patty went from the window? He's not in front anymore.
No. Maybe he just went ahead to your grandma's?
Okay, thank you. Patty? Patty, where are you? Come on, we have to get to Grandma's.
Oh, hey, Cicely. I just had to turn around because I got to the coffee place and there was this long line. And then I realized I forgot to bring money. So I'm headed back home to go get my wallet.
Have you seen Patty?
No, I haven't seen the mud pie.
He was just here looking at the flowers. Where could he have gone?
I don't know. Maybe he went back home because he forgot something.
No, Patty wouldn't just go back home without saying anything to me. I don't think he would just go to our grandma's without me either.
I'm sure he's around here somewhere.
Oh no, what if I lost him? I'm supposed to love him and look after him, and I lost him. What if he was kidnapped? My mother is going to be so upset, and it's never good to upset a mother who's a wizard.
Don't panic. There's a policeman over there. Why don't you ask him to help you?
Okay, bye, Diamond. Excuse me, sir, but have you seen a little boy?
Have I seen a little boy? What a question! I've got to keep my eye out for goblins, ogres, wolves, and all manner of scary city creatures. Who has time to look out for a little boy?
But aren't you a police officer? Aren't you supposed to look after little children?
Well, sure, but only as a last resort. Little children have parents and grandparents and big brothers and sisters and teachers. I'm a police officer, and my main job is to fight crime. I haven't had a day off in 3 weeks.
I'm sorry about that, sir. I mean, officer. He's only a very little boy. His name is Patty, and he's only 7.
7? Why's a 7-year-old wandering these streets alone? What kind of mother would let her little boy walk by himself? A bad one, that's what. In my opinion, unattended little boys can become bad little boys. Then these bad little boys grow up to be apothecaries and activists and all sorts of bad things. Or they get eaten by ogres.
Patty is not a bad boy. He likes mud puddles and apple pie and chewing things and playing Uno and...
Uno is a wonderful card game. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Patty wasn't alone. He was with me. I'm his sister. Our mother had to go to work. She's a wizard, and she works very hard. We're just going to our grandma's who lives around the corner.
A wizard, huh? I haven't heard of too many lady wizards.
Well, she is one. I might be a wizard too when I grow up.
Better off being a princess, in my opinion. Off you go, child. As you can see, I'm very busy. As I told you, I haven't had a day off in 3 weeks. Ugh, I haven't seen any little boys.
Excuse me, officer, sir, but I'm worried that Patty is lost or was kidnapped or something. I know that you're really busy, but can you help me find him?
What does he look like?
Well, he's wearing a red sweater with a hood, and he's black like me, and...
What's your name?
Cicely, and my brother's name is Patty. We were on our way to my grandma's, and I took my eyes off of him for just a few minutes, and now he's gone.
My name's Officer Wolf. Look, Cicely, have you checked your grandmother's place? Maybe he's already there. It sounds like he went missing a little bit ago, and in my experience, little boys usually turn up. I've got to head to the station. I've got a monster in the backseat of my police car.
What kind of a monster?
A little one. Now, if you'll excuse me.
But Officer Wolf, what if Patty's not at my grandma's place? What if I don't find him?
If he's not back in an hour, tell your mother or grandmother to file a report.
Officer, is this your police car? Hey, Patty, what are you doing in the backseat of this police car? Get out of there!
Hey, stop banging on my car window, child. I caught a baby goblin a few minutes ago. They may be little, but they're dangerous. I've got to take this little bugger to the station.
That's not a goblin. That's my little brother, Patty.
No, that's definitely a goblin. A baby one.
No, sir. Look at him. He's only a little boy.
Are you arguing with me, child?
No, sir. sir, but...
I know what goblins look like, and I know what little boys look like. Goblins are red and muddy and dangerous. When I caught this goblin, he was stealing...
What? What was he stealing?
Daffodils. And I know what goblins do to daffodils. They use them to make potions. Bad ones that give people stomach aches.
I didn't know you could make potions with daffodils.
Well, you can. Goblins make potions with anything, and this little goblin thief is going to jail.
But you can't take Patty to jail. We're supposed to be at my grandma's right now playing Uno. Are you a real policeman, or are you a kidnapper?
How dare you challenge me? I don't like it when little children question me. Look at my badge. Keep challenging me, and I'll take you to jail too.
But, sir, this is my brother, Patty. He's only 7. He doesn't know anything about bad daffodil potions. I don't know anything about daffodil potions either. We have to get to my grandma's or she'll be worried.
You say this is your brother. How do I know that you're not a goblin too? I've heard about you goblin street gangs.
I was just watching from the store window. What's going on?
Oh, Miss Wood, I've been trying to tell Officer Wolf that Patty isn't a goblin, but he doesn't believe me.
Officer, why do you have that little boy in your car?
What little boy? Ma'am, the only thing in my car is a daffodil-stealing goblin. Now, if you'll excuse me, I haven't had a...
You can't just take that little boy away.
Ma'am!
I'm not going to let you take that little boy away. It's not right.
You're mistaken, ma'am, and this is none of your business.
It's my business when it happens right in front of my store. There's no world in which I'd let you take that boy away from here. I know his family, and his grandmother will be worried sick. You let him out of that car. It's okay, honey. We'll get you out of there.
Miss Wood!
Hey! I won't tolerate this kind of interference from you, ma'am. Now, hey, what's the matter with you? Get off of that car. You get off of my hood, lady. What's your name?
I'm Patricia Wood, and I will not get off this hood. Cicely, call your mother and tell her to come.
But she's at work. I'll call my grandma.
Get off of my car, lady.
I will not get off this car. Cicely, call your grandma and tell her to come.
Miss Wood, you want me to arrest you for obstructing justice?
I'll hire a lawyer.
Whoa. Now, ma'am, be reasonable. Please get off of my car.
I will not until you let the little boy you've got in the back seat go.
What little boy? That goblin is not a little boy. Look at it. It's all muddy and red, and it keeps putting things in its mouth. Look at those flashing little eyes underneath the hood. Goblins are dangerous. They steal and sell potions and get into all kinds of trouble. Why would you want me to let a little goblin back out into the community? I'm doing you all a favor. I should get a raise. I haven't had a vacation in 3 years.
Cicely.
Grandma, I'm at the corner. Can you come get us?
What's going on? Should I start recording on my phone?
Yes.
No! Now this whole thing is getting out of hand. Ugh.
How come the mud pie's in the back of the police car? What'd he do?
Nothing. Officer Wolf says Patty's a goblin who stole some flowers, but he's not a goblin.
I'm gonna record this on my phone, and then I'm gonna put it all over the internet.
You put that phone down, miss!
Don't you dare yell at that child, or any of these children. Not today. Not in front of my store.
That little creature was stealing your daffodils right underneath your nose, ma'am.
Wait a minute. The daffodils in front of my store? Well, even if he is a goblin, he wasn't stealing because those daffodils are free.
Grandma!
What's going on? I was practically already here when you called, Cicely. I was so worried. Patty. What's Patty doing in that police car?
I think I can explain. See,
The policeman thinks Patty is a goblin.
He is a goblin. He's red and muddy and vicious looking. He's got a weapon, and look at those flashing eyes, just blinking.
Well, that's just ridiculous. Can't you see that that's a little boy in a red hood, man? Can't you see that he's got a water gun? That's my grandson, not some little goblin or troll. What kind of a police officer can't tell the difference between a little boy and some fairy tale monster? How dare you trouble my grandson? Who is your superior? I want to talk to your superior. This is not fair, and it's not right.
Well, now, ma'am, you see, your grandson was caught stealing.
He was not stealing. Those daffodils are free. They're for everyone in the neighborhood to enjoy.
Are all of your flowers free?
No, just the daffodils. I woke up this morning and thought to myself, people shouldn't have to pay for nature all the time.
I think this also.
So I put those daffodils out, especially for people to just take.
I'd like to bring my wife some roses. Are the roses free?
Well, no. The roses are not free, but they're not very dear. They hardly cost anything at all.
Well.
You let my grandson out of that car or I'll cast a spell on you, sir. I may be old, but I've still got a few spells up my sleeve.
Now, don't get all witchy on me, ma'am. This has all been a big misunderstanding. Miss Wood, I recommend that you put a sign on those flowers that say that they're free.
Grandma! Cicely!
Patty, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Hey there, Mud Pie.
Ah! You're all wet now.
Patty!
Whoa there, little fella. Watch where you're squirting that water gun. Oh.
Patty. Apologize to the police officer. We don't squirt people with water guns, even if they made a mistake. I don't like water guns, even if they are only filled with water.
Yes, Grandma. Sorry, sir.
Quite all right, little boy. Now, would you mind getting off of my car, ma'am?
Oh, of course.
My father is not going to believe what happened. Like, I'll tell him that a police officer thought Patty was a goblin because of his muddy red hood, and he'll say, I don't believe it, Diamond. And I'll say, but Daddy, I have it on video. Then he'll say, okay, show me. And then...
Unfortunately, your father probably will believe it. Little black boys have been mistaken for goblins since the beginning of time. Little black girls, too. I've seen this happen on this street more than a few times.
I'm sorry, little boy. What was your name again?
Patty?
Sorry there, Patty. I don't see so good sometimes, especially when I'm sleepy. When I haven't had a vacation for a while, my eyes get all foggy. You ever get foggy eyes? I haven't had a break in 3 weeks, and suddenly water guns look like real ones, and muddy little boys in dirty red sweaters look like goblins, especially when they've got their hoods on. Also, I'm hungry. Makes me a bit of an ogre, or rather, makes me ogre-like. I'm not an actual ogre.
Oh, my father, too. Especially when he hasn't had his coffee. He's such an ogre. He's all like, grrr, grrr, grrr. That reminds me. I've got to bring him his coffee. Bye.
Bye, Diamond.
Patty boy, why are you covered in mud?
I told him not to jump in the puddle, Grandma.
Grandma, can we go home and play Uno now?
You're going right in the bath, young man.
Oh, Grandma.
You look like you could use a coffee, Officer
Wolf. Or you could just call me Gregory. I could definitely use a cup of coffee.
Well, Gregory, I just brewed a new pot of coffee if you want to come into the shop for a cup. I can probably scare up a donut or two, too.
Ooh, I'd like that.
Would you like some daffodils for your wife?
Actually, I'll take some roses. I'll pay for them.
How do you take your coffee?
Patty, were you scared in that police car?
Only a little bit. I knew you'd save me, Cicely.
This walk from your apartment to my apartment is a little too exciting. Maybe next time we'll call a dragon taxi.
I love dragon taxis.
We shouldn't have to call a dragon taxi to go around the block, Grandma. I'm 11.
This is true. Still, I worry.
Here, I bought this orange for you.
And here, Grandma, I picked you some daffodils. I watered them already with my water gun.
Oh, I love oranges and daffodils. Thank you, sweet children. And here's a hug for you both.
Grandma, can I get a pet bear?
You'll have to ask your mother.
Grandma, why did that police officer think I was a goblin?
Let's talk about it after your bath, Patty. We'll play Uno and we'll talk about it.
Grandma, can we play Go Fish tonight? Or Old Maid?
We'll play them all. Uno, Go Fish, and Old Maid are all lovely card games, especially when you play them with people that you love. Come on, let's go home.
That was The Red Hood by Amina Henry, starring Briana Maia, Nekia Renee Martin, Barron Bass, and Annie Henk. Produced by Chad Chenail and executive produced by me, Rebecca Cunningham. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review wherever you get your podcasts. And Grownups, you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you for listening, and remember, I believe in you.
Briana princess, ain't about the dresses. Briana princess is bigger than a crowd. Briana princess, doing your best. It takes kindness, it's honest, it's love above the rest.
Girl Tales is a Cordelia Studios production.